That was it.
The podcast that changes your mind by listening to inspiring people.
I'm Marion, and I'm bringing you to the Drikung Kagyu Rinchenling monastery in Kathmandu, Nepal. From October to December 2024, over 1,500 monks, nuns, and practitioners from all over the world gathered for something extraordinary. His Holiness Chetsang Rinpoche shared the Dam Ngak Dzo teachings, the treasure of precious instruction over 1,000 years old. But this is not just about ancient wisdom, this is about modern transformation. The question I asked myself when I first arrived at the monastery was simple, yet profound. Why had 1,500 people chosen to spend 2.5 months in a monastery, sitting cross-legged for 9 hours a day, listening to initiations, teaching and practical instruction, all in Tibetan? I watched, I listened, I asked questions, and what I discovered fascinating me completely. These people were not just random practitioners. They were interconnected, like threads in an ancient tapestry. You see, I had come to Nepal after years of intense work on the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. I arrived with my teacher, Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche, with whom I had founded in France a Buddhist center called Mila Center. But here, in this sacred space, I discovered something extraordinary. He wasn't just my teacher. He was a central figure in this entire gathering. It's normal, he told me simply. I was the abbot of Dehradun Monastery for 10 years. Half the participants were my students. And as he travels the world teaching Buddhist philosophy, the lay practitioners knew him too. During my interview, person after person spoke to me about karma, about karmic relationships, about meetings that seemed like destiny. So, I decided to do something different with this episode. Instead of transformation story, I'm bringing you to the story of the man who connects them all. Today, I'm delighted to introduce you to Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche, the Himalayan master who connects all the extraordinary lives I have met. Let's discover his that was it moment and the karmic connections that bind us all. So, hello Khenpo Tashi, I'm very happy to see you again. We are now in France, in Bonny-sur-Loire. You just arrived yesterday. And I will ask you some questions, and Annie Samten, she will help me, and she will translate in Ladakhi, and you will answer in Ladakhi. So, hello Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche.
Hello.
So why did you come to Dam Ngak Dzo teaching?
Nga kena Dam Ngak Dzo dena miksali ane gari kadup sangme chostang ane podi lama kadup sangme tuno maimbe nyamlen chicha nombe kano ane de sangma kaksenma du samse jua sangmen.
He came for Dam Ngak Dzo teaching for the lot of expert ancient teachings from India and Yaganaya, and Tibet. All ancient experts teaching is there, so he came. Many special teachings are there, so he came for that.
Okay. And so you meet different people there, like Kenshen Rangdol, Tulku Sonam, Yeshe, Drupon Yeshe, many Vivi, Annie Vivi, and different people. Some people, they say that there is karmic connection. Can you tell me what is a karmic connection, please?
Karmic connections na ta pena da santa de kami tukzana sus when I check 이로 나서 주소 납지소 가서 풀어놔 갔다서 면도서 오즈였다잖아 아니 내한테 겨울 띵만 아니 콩나 캐나다 투안 오선 오들 karmic connections and all.
And karmic connection is like when you meet, like for now, for example, if you meet with Rinpoche or anyone, you offering flower or offering anything like, khatag or anything. So it's you get some connection, karmic connection, so you will meet again in next life.
And then 아다 탑버체 자투바당 아다 탑버체잖아 and dialogue explain잖아 and pandos gal leptovan and other karmic connections and all.
So when you meet in next life, so when you meet, you will get a lot of good connection very quickly and deep connection and a lot of happiness. So there is a karmic connection.
In your life, Rinpoche, you met different people, and who is the important person that you meet in your life, not past life, this present life? Who is very important, who changed your life or who put you on the way for Dharma?
Sadika Kena Penata, Ladana, Toldan and Bachisosinama, Minda, and a Samla Guruatansana, Defiama Pantos, Matapolep, the Nasola Kena, Domoska Chetsang Rinpoche, the Nassau Garcian Rinpoche, the Nassau Duan Rinpoche, and the Consama Jalostan, no man Samla Gurua Tepjana, and Jide Lepjana, and Miwala Pantos Lepjasi, and the man Sama Mobile Lepto.
So in this life, he met many special lamas, but bigger special lama is Dolan Rinpoche. He changed a lot in his life and his mind, and and His Holiness Chetsang and Chungtsang, and Garchen Rinpoche and Duan Rinpoche. So they changed his life.
Now, let me introduce you to someone very special, Khenchen Rangdol, the brilliant scholar who became the youngest doctor of Buddhist philosophy in Drikung Kagyu history. But to Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche, he is the devoted former student, the trust assistant, the cherished friend. I have been lucky enough to share their daily life in a simple flat in Kathmandu. And everything between them is so natural, so fluid, so beautifully connected.
Yeah, actually, that's Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche is one of my most important the philosophy teacher as a guru. So when I came to Dehradun for my higher study, like around 1988, so since that actually I got an opportunity to receive many teachings, especially the Buddhist philosophy teachings from Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche, and not only as his kind of student. Actually, I serve him as a personal assistant. So I got the opportunity to learn a lot, and I learned a lot his personal, his knowledge and his insight, the practices. And he's a great master who can make a determination as per his wishes. So according to the Buddhist point of view, if someone really want to do Dharma practices, so you have to be very sharp mind, you have to make things as per your commitment without having kind of thinking too much, So I saw one of, in my life, one of the master is Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche, who really can do this kind of practices. Staying here in Kathmandu along with my teacher Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche, so he happened to found very nice place next to the holy stupa, the Buddha stupa. So that's again very great opportunity, not only receiving the empowerment and teachings along with teacher, along with the Dharma friends and spiritual, many Dharma brothers and sisters. That makes again more shining, and it brings more energy and more blessings.
I believe strongly, as per Buddhist point of view, karmic connections. Once there is karma is there, so we always keep meeting.
Here is where the web of connections get even more fascinating. Gyalten Samten, the former Bollywood actress turned nun, had heard so much about Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche from Khenchen Rangdol. When she finally met him, it was like meeting an old friend.
When I met him, it was like meeting a very old friend, you know. His energy is so warm, affectionate. He's so humble. And I really felt like, I've known him for such a long time, and meeting him was like meeting of minds, I think. And he also very generously gave me his time and shared his insights of his meditation time. He was in 12 years retreat himself. So when I heard about these teachings, I was particularly interested in getting the Khenpo Kagyu lineage transmissions. And imagine that in the Guru's mandala, how we all connect, you know. I connected with Khenpo Rangdol over social media. Khenpo Rangdol very kindly met in person in Phiang, introduced me to His Holiness Chetsang Rinpoche. That became a cause for me to do a 3-year retreat under his guidance. And now I meet you, I meet Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche, and so many more other practitioners, you know. I often feel where else to be but in a Guru's mandala when he is giving such grand teachings openly to everybody.
Now it's time to meet the new generation. Tulku Sonam, the young Lama from Ladakh, is about to take us into the childhood memories. He was just 10 years old when he first met Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche. That meeting would change everything.
I became a monk in Dehradun. So that time my teacher is Khenpo Khenchok Temple. He bring me to become a monk from Ladakh to Dehradun. So first day I meet him in Dehradun when the Khenpo Khenchok Tashi Rinpoche was the principal of Dehradun DK Institute. Yeah. So Khenpola was take caring there as a principal about of the monastery. That time I took my first monk's refuge, full not ordinary monk but just became a monk refuge. I take from him. He cut my hair when I was childhood, around I was 10 years old. So that time my guru Khenpo Khenchok Temple take me to his house and cut my hair. So I was there in Dehradun, my first meet. So after a long time I didn't have any special connection getting teaching from him. Only I got the monk's rules, but I know he is the one of the best Khenpo and one best retreat monks in my life. I see many monks retreat in many parts, but how he retreat I never seen until now in my life. I'm really happy to come here and visiting many different peoples. It's all because of holiness power. They all come together here. Even the high lamas, even the low lamas, even the normal monk, even the lay people, they left their jobs. The lay people, for example, I talk about the lay people. They come from very far away. They put their jobs on site, but this is very important for us. They're coming here, so that's why we are the monks. We are feel appreciated with more than others.
This next story, it gives me chills every time I think about it. Vivikama, the former Estonian nurse turned Buddhist nun, first met Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche in 2009 in Estonia. But then, 6 years later, she was drinking a coffee in India, and there he was. A chance encounter that wasn't chance at all. They never left each other's side, and her life transformed completely.
Actually, Tukulap, she biggest supporter to because of course when I beginning went, I'm foreigner, I'm not so good practitioner, I don't know how to do, what to do, but Rinpoche all time support me. And I got from him many teaching, and even now when I was out, I can't go Estonia, but he teach in Estonia. I got online teaching about Milarepa songs and Mahamudra teaching, and when I got nun, I meant to ask first from him what he think. Could I get any vows? And he tell me yes. He answer my 3 questions, and every answer was yes. And I feel very comfortable. I was, it's when Rinpoche tell like this, I can do this. And he's all time in my mind. And for example, when I have some question, I don't need to every time go to him. But I just pray, think about him, and answer is coming. Because he's opened my help to understand my inner guru. Because outer guru is to see for this, it's help to understand our inner guru. And when we understand our inner guru, when we can see him, it means our inner and outer guru come together. We understand our mind nature, mind power, and we don't need to all time go very near for them more. He's all time my heart.
Here is the connection that touched me a lot. Drupon Yeshe, the Malaysian lawyer turned monk who completed his 3-year meditation retreat under the guidance of Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche. The fierce advocate who found peace through the wisdom of this remarkable teacher.
Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche was my retreat master also at one time in Elmora. Yeah. Yes, I've seen him in Rinchenling recently in the Dam Ngak Dzo puja. He was sitting in front of me. Yes, this is a very important teaching from Holiness, because my retreat master Nupang Puche have told me that all the while he just hoped that Holiness could give up this teaching which Holiness received from the great yogi, Drikung Kagyu Rinchenling, long time ago. And so that is the right time where he will have to expound and deliver all the teaching from there. So this teaching, as you know, is in fact the whole basis of Vajrayana Buddhism, all the empowerment, oral transmission from different sects, and all these are there. So it is very important to get that one. I think there are a lot of people who have the karma was there also to receive the teaching. Well, Buddhism always believes in the causality. Everything must have a reason. So those who came there with different reason is also, I believe, is their good karma. Some they just don't know any Buddhism, but they were there. It's not a coincidence. It's something to do with the past, which have the connection, and they were there at that time. And there are people who do not have the karma, they plan a lot and all this, some obstacle come out, so they never come. So it's all, I would say, good connection for those who can attend the 2.5 months teaching.
The connection keeps flowing. Palden Konchak, originally from Ladakh, left his village to go to Nepal for an 8-year meditation retreat. His guide was Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche.
2016, I met Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche. Then he would go to Nepal, Mustang. Yeah, 8 years, 2016 to start 2024, January. Then I finished.
And this is where the story gets even more beautiful. Sarah, the Spanish engineer, crossed paths with Tupten, Palden's friend, who had also spent 8 years in retreat. Through this connection, she found herself sharing coffee with Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche. One magical moment before returning to sit in the monastery.
Well, in Ladakh, and especially in Lama Yuru, we met many amazing and dedicated practitioners. One of them is Tupten, who turns out, or I found out recently, that is a long-time student of Khenpo Tashi. And that was again one of these happy coincidence or connections, I would say, that I was showing to Marion my pictures in Ladakh, and then she spotted him, and yeah. Every time that I meet these great yogis of our lineage, great practitioners, I always reflect on how, of course, they all have different ways, different personalities even, but they all share like a spark of happiness in their eyes. Like they're happy people, you know. That's one of the things that drew me to this path. Like when you are like with Tibetan lamas, and especially with the practitioners, with those that have spent years practicing for the sake of all beings. As I said, something that they all share is an immense sense of presence. Something that I felt yesterday, like with Khenpo La and with Palden. And combined with also like a joyful happiness, and it's an irresistible combination, right? Like that spark in the eyes is one of the main reasons of saying, okay, these guys know something that I don't know, but I'm interested in finding out what it is.
A few years ago, Carolina was studying Buddhist teaching with Khenchen Rongdol online. One day, on her computer screen, appeared Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche for just 5 minutes. She describes that moment as one of total and spontaneous understanding.
I met him one time online. I was actually studying with Khenpo Rangdol, and Khenpo Rangdol said, I have a surprise for you today, and he brought his teacher online for about 5 minutes. So I met him for 5 minutes on the computer.
Now, let's return to the master himself. Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche, who traveled the world sharing ancient wisdom, explains something beautiful about finding happiness and peace. The secret, you have to change your mind. So now, what advice you want to share with people who are listening to this interview?
Ane ta sa ta jikten zamulina mar kangal mangbe thade dano ane de sama jide on cha sipya kangal met kan che pya tene ta suna ane ra samla kirwa tango shapa khartin man also.
So nowadays in life, a lot of suffering and a lot of stress, many things in going in life. So he'll have to get peace in their mind and change their mind. To get the happiness and peace, for that you have to change your mind.
And last question, you travel in the world, in Asia, in Europe. What is different or what is the same between the person you meet?
Oh, tadena yeshana yiremna ma paramon kya. Gaikirna Tairabina can have me some similar can manamambo bardo can. Ane Tazuk manamabek togudu, then as all Canada Ishina cana. That's a big shake loser can mambo can. And similar Jide manamabo can was can.
So it's different is in Europe people they have a lot of stress on their mind. And a lot of stress on mind, and in Asian people they have a lot of struggle on physical body, not mental. So in Asian they have peace, and they have a lot of physical difficulties, suffering, and in European they have mind difficulties, not physical. Yes.
Okay, I know. Thank you, Rinpoche, for all your answers. I know that you like a lot tsampa. So in Nepal, you eat some tsampa, Tibetan tsampa or Ladakhi tsampa. And when you are in France, you like croissant, French croissant. Is it right? Is it correct?
Yeah. You know, tsampa mamotano, then France croissant mamotano, then mixali can. Stomach in which is a pantola and
cheese croissant.
Pantola and some.
So he like a lot of Tsampa, and when he is in Europe, he like a lot of Kosang. So it's Kosang help him to get his bigger belly.
It's working well. Okay, thank you very much, Rinpoche, for your answer, for your time. Thank you very much.
Okay, good, thank you. I'm very happy. Bye-bye.
That was